Hey guys, it's been a little while since I've done a video. I just haven't been getting very big hauls. I've actually started going to some yard sales, flea market, thrift stores, antique malls and stuff. But I did manage to spend $45 yesterday, and then I dragged out a handful of stuff that I've gotten over the last few weeks. For day-to-day stuff, I post on Instagram. If you want to follow me on Instagram, I post on there probably 3 or 4 times a week. There you go. Well, the military stuff was choice off the table, $5 a piece. I got an M40 series gas mask. That was $5. I got the flak jacket. I think it's like Desert Storm era. That was $5. I think that's worth about $40 or so. Gas mask worth $40, $45. Bivy sack. Gore-Tex, I've probably sold at least a dozen of these. The woodland camouflage is the least desirable color, but still worth $35 or so, somewhere in there. The night vision mount, mounted on your helmet, PVS 7s, PVS 14s, whatever. Got that for $5. I think it's worth about $35 or $40. Paid up on this item. Telescope observation M49, spent $30 on the item. I think it's worth about $100. The Harris bipod I got in a box lot with about 8 or 10, $5 to $10 items for $30. This is better than your average Harris bipod though. It's a much larger model. I think this is worth about $40 by itself. I've gotten in the habit of stashing a lot of my expensive smalls and trying to blow up my bigger items. But I did manage to find this to show you. I spent $5. It's Joan Rivers. I think it's worth about $35. This is an interesting item. And keep an eye out for the vintage Smith & Wesson stuff. I can't find this exact item. This is a cloth bag. It's too bad it's got some writing on it. But even the cardboard boxes from the 60s, 50s, and 60s that Smith & Wesson, look them up. You'd be surprised at what people get for just an empty cardboard box. A couple $100 sometimes, or maybe better. All the Mustang stuff, I spent $10 at a flea market. This is worth maybe 15 or so. These are worth 15 or 20. That's worth 20, 25. Man cave items, I guess. Bookends, 1938. Spent $3 on them. Flea market. I think they're worth about 25 bucks. The bust. Well, it was left over from auction, and I gave $1 for it. It was a no sale, and they sold it to me for $1. It's 1987. It's marked MMA on the back. Metropolitan Museum of Art. It's a copy of Michelangelo sculpture. I think it's worth about $100. I got 3 gas masks in a box lot. Those are 2 of the better ones. The other one was newer. It's only worth 15 or 20. I paid $22 for the box lot. These both are World War II, British. They're dated on the side. I think these are worth between 60 and 75 a piece. The frosted acrylic statue. I found a comparable. I paid $1 for this item. Found a comparable online. I think it was $45, somewhere in there. The paintings. Well, I sold 2 of them already. I got 75 plus shipping and 100 or 90 plus shipping. I've got I didn't double down, triple down, quadruple down. I got like 20 of those paintings from that same artist. Paid a couple dollars for that one. I don't know, maybe $50, $75 on that. The old posters, Miro and Lager back there. They're museum posters and they're originals. They're not copies. I paid $40 a piece on those. I got them listed for $275 or best offer. We'll see how that goes. I expect that to be a long-tailed item. The backpack. Nobody wanted it. I got it for $1. Dana Design, Bozeman, right there. I think it's worth about $75, $80 plus shipping, somewhere in there. Simpson helmets, I got them at auction, but I didn't buy them from the auction. That guy actually offered them up to me for sale, $5 a piece. That one's the better of the two. They're both the same model, but this one's got the original paint on it. The other one's been repainted. Paid $5 a piece. I think that one's worth between $100, $100 and a quarter. The other one, because it's been repainted, it's only worth probably about $50. The vase, as soon as I saw it, I liked it right away. Picked it out of a box lot. Paid $1 for it. Nobody else was interested in it. It's Jonathan Adler. I just sold a couple of his pieces about a month ago. I think this is probably good for about 70 bucks or so. The knives. Well, I didn't get them all in one. I didn't get them all in one stop. I will say that. I got 3 different purchases in here. Start off with these. These Cutco shears, kitchen shears. I paid $1 for these. I've had these a couple times before, at least. I remember getting like $50 or $60 or something like that. This is a good name to look for. Saboteur. I don't know if you can see it on the blade or not. Pretty distinct guard. That's how I usually spot them quickly. That knife right there is probably worth about $40, a little better. This is also a Saboteur. I got that at the same time. I paid $1 for both of them. I think that was probably worth about $30. Here's a good name to look for. I paid $3 for this block, and these knives. Unbelievable. The consignor is supposedly a pro. He buys storage lockers. So he missed them, and then the auction house missed them and left them outside. And the only person I was bidding against was a woman that ships all the stuff to Haiti. There's the name, Wostuff Classic. Look for the trident on them. This knife right here is worth about $45 or so, I would say. I think these are all worth $20 to $25. There's a bread knife in here that I might be hard-pressed to get 20 out of. I might get 18. And the steels are always worth the least, probably about $10 or so. But the block's worth a little bit of money also. This is a good find. Everybody thought I paid up on this too much. Lynch's Foolproof Turkey Call. They were looking at comparables, but the comparables were all 1965. This one's actually 1960. I saw a comparable on WorthPoint that sold for $420 something. It went on auction. So we'll see how I do with this. Should be interesting to see, but I think that was a sleeper. I'm going to clean it up a little bit. It's got a little bit of chalk inside. The pen set, pen pencil, Parker 51. Paid $22.50 for that. I think it's worth about $100 or better. It's okay. It's in decent shape. The pan, the Hillerin. Copper pot, weighs 7 pounds. It's 9 inches or so across. What did I pay for that? I paid $30 for this. No, I paid $33 for this is what I paid for this. And I think it's worth $130 or so. I got to clean it up. We'll see how well it cleans up. It might be worth a little bit more if it cleans up really nice. And my favorite find, I got this. Looks like a toy. It's not. It's actually a British Art Deco lamp. There's the cord hanging out of the end, the braided cord. I straightened it up a little bit. It had a couple small dents in it, and the fin was a little bit bent. I need to get a propeller for it. I paid $10 for this item. I don't know. I think it might be worth a couple $100 though. Anyways, I hope you got something out of this video. I thank you for watching.